And I'm here to bring you guys a message. This message may or may not resonate with everyone watching. Please use your discernment when watching tarot. So collective, I titled this reading, Ignoring Them. What did I say? Ignoring them is like a sign of disrespect. This means war. And the reason why I titled that is primarily because of that reading I did last night on TikTok. Baby, what in the world? But let's see, collective. These messages may or may not resonate with everyone watching. Yeah, this was the overall energy last night. Somebody here is mad. They mad because, I don't know, you bounce back. You bounce back. You happy. Anyway, we get ready to see. Let's see. Benevolent ancestors, Holy Spirit, Universal Spirit Guides, clear and concise messages for the collective. What does the collective need to know? Peace, peace. Grand risings. First part out is always the most significant. The stork. I love how it's represented by the number 17. The 17th major arcana card in tarot is the star. So you could be telling me that you've ascended. There's an arrival of something too. Storks always represent an arrival of good news. Special delivery is what I'm getting. Special delivery. Ooh. Somebody here is getting a brand new home, or somebody's moving into a new home. Or this could just be you feeling stable within yourself. I'm not playing today. I'm gonna get some people up out of here now with the trolling. All right, so anyway, the house. Somebody here could be either buying a new home, moving into a new home, or this is just you feeling stable within. That's what I'm getting. What else? The whip. This could represent conflict with others or conflict within ourselves. What else? Ooh, the clover. Luck and favor. Luck and favor. All right, let's see. Bottom of the deck, we got confusion. There could be distractions. Let's see, collective. So in honor of Hoodoo Heritage Month, I have started using the Hoodoo Tarot deck. So y'all bear with me because this is my second time using it, and the verbiage and the pictures, everything is different. So, you know, just bear with me. But I used it last night on TikTok and it went really well. Actually, to be honest with you, this is a powerful deck. Like the energy that was coming out of this deck, I felt the ancestors with this. I felt the ancestors coming through, honey. All right, let's see. Clear and concise messages for the collective. So why is the stork here? Because I see a special delivery. Something is coming. It's special. It's unique. It's like a gift for you. Tailor-made for you. You could be telling me that you've been manifesting. Somebody here is getting ready to give birth to a new idea, or you could just be, you know, you could be pregnant getting ready to give birth, literally. Why is this stork energy here? Whoa. Temperance, major arcana for Sagittarius. It says Father Sims. You could be telling me that you feel really content. There's peace, there's harmony in your life. Like you could just be feeling like things are really good right now. Like I don't know no other way to put it. Like it could be better. Things could be better, but you ain't complaining. There are no complaints. I also get temperance as patience. So there's something about patience. 1111 on the clock. You could be seeing that angel number a lot. The number 1 is the number of new beginnings, new energy, creative ideas, the new potential, and it's amplified 4 times. What else? So that energy is amplified. We got Aunt Caroline. This is the Wheel of Fortune. Two major arcanas already coming out back to back. Fam, things have shifted. This is a positive shift. Things have changed. You've changed. I feel like you've leveled up. I just heard you've arrived. If you know anything about Aunt Caroline, she was known as a very powerful psychic. Very powerful psychic. Like back in her days, people used to travel to come see her and get readings from her. She was just gifted. And it started at a very early age when she was a child. Bottom of the deck, I got the Magician. It says Black Hermit. Somebody here is taking back their power. You've taken back your power. That's what I'm seeing with the Magician. Yeah, you've changed your perspective. We got the Hangman, Pisces energy. It says Gullah Jack. There's a shift in perspective here. A lot of powerful energy, fam. Golly. Gee whiz. When I tell you something has shifted, what else? What else for this stork energy? Five of Pentacles. Now, the Five of Pentacles could represent loss or lack. You could be telling me that you experienced a lot of loss. This could be in the form of rejection or abandonment. But somebody here, or either you struggled financially, like I'm picking up on somebody here, you didn't grow up with, you know, a silver spoon in your mouth. Your family wasn't rich. You saw your parents struggle, or somebody here is getting ready to go from rags to riches. Peace, fam. Today, I get to use my throat chakra. Ashe. This is a collective reading. So this is for whoever this resonates with. I'm clarifying this stork energy. This stork energy is like the arrival. Something's coming and it is going to be a blessing. It's a wish fulfillment. It's the arrival of something that you've been waiting for. Like I said, somebody here could be getting ready to give birth, or this is just you giving birth to this new beginning, a new creative endeavor. But yeah, the Five of Pentacles, the Five of Coins, this is somebody here who is going from rags to riches. Literally. And listen, richness doesn't always have to be material things. What if I told you the very first way in which you're going to experience this rich life comes from the way you feel? The way you feel internally, or the way you perceive life, and the way you stand in life. Like, I just feel like being rich is not always money. It's not always the things that we have. You could be telling me that you feel rich and blessed because you're healthy. Your family is healthy. Like, the small things, the little things are what are a blessing to you. And you don't take that for granted. And you don't take that for granted. You recognize, why am I hearing the best things in life are free? But you realize that it's the small things in life, you know, having a roof over your head, having laughter in your life, seeing your children thrive. Those are blessings. At the end of the day, isn't that why we all are working so hard and why we bust our ass for our children? And, you know, like, I'm talking to somebody here. Things have shifted in your life. Your perspective has shifted. Your perspective has shifted. I love it. I love it. The Hangman. You've had delays in your life. You've had struggles in your life. That's nothing new to you. Nothing new to you. But anyway, somebody here is either moving, buying a new home, or you just feel really, really stable. What's this house energy? a big ass house. Look, you gotta hire somebody to come clean this joker. This thing right here is huge. I don't want no big house, fam. I've been in big houses before. You gotta clean that shit up. You gotta fill it. And I just, give me some like 1,400 square feet. I'm fine. That's just me. Anyway. Okay, yeah, listen. Oh my God. Yes, collective. I just got the 10 of Pentacles and the Fool. A new journey, a new beginning. Look, 10 of Pentacles. This is family. This is happiness. This is contentment. Like I said, life might not be where you would really love it to be, but you ain't complaining. You're not complaining. Like, why? You have the best things in life, and the best things in life are free. I don't know no other way to put that, fam. And then we got the Fool. It says the free man. Yeah, whoever I'm reading for, you free. Money can't buy that freedom. The peace that you have, the contentment that you are experiencing. Money can't buy this. The Fool, Aquarius, Aries energy. I love this energy for whoever this is resonating with. This is nice. What else? This is nice, collective. The 6 of Coins in the reverse. This is the 6 of Pentacles in the reverse. The 6 of Pentacles in the reverse talks about one-sidedness, or like, I don't know how to feel about that. Why is that here? Somebody here could have been really one-sided, or like a one-track way of thinking. There was an imbalance. What's this 6 of Pentacles in the reverse? The Sun. The Sun, major arcana for Leo. It says Big Mama. This is the Sun. So the Sun could represent clarity. It could represent a victory. You could be telling me that you overcame some sort of energy where things were just one way, one way. Maybe, you know, like I said, somebody grew up and life was hard. Life was hard, fam. Maybe somebody grew up with one parent, a one-parent household, or maybe somebody grew up and they were forced to believe one way or follow one way of doing things. That makes sense. But the Sun is here, and the Sun represents clarity. So you could be telling me that, I don't know, you've been reflecting, you've been looking back over your past, and you see things. This is so crazy, because I was just having this conversation with my mom, and I was just telling her how now that I am retired, I look back over that 20 years and being in the Army, and I'm just like, yo, everything was so fucking intentional, fam. Everything was so intentional. From the recruiter to the job that I got, to going off to war, to everything. You see it. You have reflected, and you see how rich life has been, even despite the fact that it was supposed to be hard. Like, there were limitations here. There were serious limitations in life, and it was designed to be that way. It was supposed to be that way. How else would you grow? How else would you evolve if there were no obstacles or no challenges? Thank you for the gifts, guys. Baby, I could tell you stories. Them 20 years in that uniform was no motherfucking joke. And not only that, but it seemed like, and this is what I told my mom, it seemed like as soon as I went in, we went to war. And as soon as I retired, the war was over. It was like, damn, was I supposed to be in like... That shit was crazy, fam. Crazy. But everything was intentional. Okay, so I'll share something with you guys. When I was going into the Army, and I was talking to my recruiter, you know how recruiters are. They be pushy. They be like, oh, you can do this job. Oh, you can do that job. And I was like, nope. Nope, don't want that job. Nope, don't want that job. Like I was telling my recruiter, he got to find me something else. I put him to work. I put him to work so bad. When I went to go swear in, the commander at that time came and shook my hand and told me that that I worked the shit out of his recruiter because I wasn't going to accept just any kind of job. So anyway, how it went down was I was waiting. I had signed up, everything was good, my health was good. There was nothing stopping me. It was just that I needed to choose my job, right? And I remember one day my recruiter called me, thank you for the gifts. And he said, I got this job. He said, it's one slot, it's one opportunity. Apparently, there was a young lady who had the job. She was in basic training and they was kicking her ass out. They was going to kick her ass out. And he was like, do you want the job? And I said, what is it? And he said it was mental health. It's a mental health technician position. And at that time, I was 20. I want to say I was like 21, 22 years old. I didn't know what the hell mental health was. Like, what is that? Right? And I remember he kind of talked to me a little bit about it and kind of, told me what I'd be doing. And I was like, yeah, sure. What the hell? It sounded good. Little did I know that job, if anybody remembers the conflict, the war that we just ended, that was the highlight of the war. Mental health. Remember that? What did we talk about all the time with that war? PTSD. That was the highlight of the conflict. Like soldiers getting PTSD, depression, suicide, right? So how did the Most High put me in that position to take on that job, not knowing that that was getting ready to be the most challenging job to me, in my opinion? Because see, mental health, we healed or treated injuries that weren't visible. You couldn't see the damage in here. You had to figure out what was going on. And that wasn't easy. And I literally watched how that job went from, and I'm gonna tell you, they ridiculed people like me. It was like, oh, you're the head doctor. Oh, y'all are crazy. Da 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 da. And just made us feel like we weren't significant as mental health techs. And I mean, I literally watched how that job became so important in those 20 years. Very important, fam. When I tell you, I have talked to so many soldiers about what they were going through. So when I tell you, I feel like I'm talking to somebody here. You have been reflecting back over your life and you have seen how God has been using you, how everything was intentional. Everything was in divine order. It was orchestrated, perfectly orchestrated. You see things different. You're different because of the experiences that you've had. Thank you, Lorianne. Thank you for your support, beautiful. And then your girl stayed with it. I could have switched my job. As a matter of fact, I was really I really wanted to do. I had a couple of other friends in the military. I wanted to do their job. I thought their job was amazing. One of them was a vet tech. She got to work with, military police dogs. And at one point, she got an opportunity to go to San Diego, California and work with dolphins. And I was like, wow, that shit sound dope. But your girl got allergies. So I couldn't do it. That wasn't meant for me. That was meant for her. Then I found out that there was some soldiers in the military that, assisted in labor and delivery. And I thought that would be so cool, to be around, women having babies. And that was not my destiny. It wasn't my destiny. I was supposed to be a mental health tech. And I was supposed to endure everything that I experienced and I saw. And here's another thing. My very, 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 very first patient, I will never forget. Dude was in the middle of a psychotic break. I had no idea what was wrong with him. I was sitting there doing my little interview with him, asking him my little tech questions, and this dude was psychotic. He wanted to kill his wife. I had no clue. I think I was interviewing him for an hour. My supervisor kept coming in there checking on me. She was like, why you ain't hurry up? You know, because as a tech, I was supposed to only did, 15, 30 minutes, get the patient out of there and move on to the next. But for some reason, this dude, he wasn't answering my questions. I couldn't get through to him. And come to find out, he was in the midst of a psychotic break, a break from reality. He was gone. He was gone, fam. And if I had not experienced that, I wouldn't know what a psychotic break looks like. So, hey, Dan the Lake. I miss you too. I was thinking about you. I was like, where Dan the Lake at? I'm so glad you're back. So, that was my very first patient. Scared the shit out of me when I realized, because I think they sent him to a inpatient facility and I didn't see him no more. And then I promise you, it was a year later. He was up at the front desk checking in, and he was in handcuffs, not handcuffs, but he was in, he had to be in that inpatient facility for a year. That's how gone he was. So I don't know, fam. I just feel like I just feel like when you really sit down and think about things and look back over things, you see why certain things happen in your life and why you went in certain directions. And it was for a reason. It was for a reason. So anyway, I'll get back to the reading, y'all, because I know it's like I can talk about, man, listen, I got so many stories of that damn career. Baby, now I see why veterans like to talk about, you know how have you ever talked to a veteran and they'll sit there and tell you about their experience? Now I see why, because I'm actually in that position now. So if anybody would want to hear it, I'd love to tell you what I've seen and what I've experienced. But anyway, I digress. Let's get back to the reading. So like I said, the sun is here. There's clarity. There's clarity here, and I feel like it's just helping you with the perspective of life, basically, is what I'm saying. What else for this Six of Pentacles in the reverse? Because I feel like things were just sometimes when we're not afforded the ability to see other things or to leave our city or experience, different cultures and stuff like that, life could be one-sided. You could have a one-track mind because you've never seen anything different. You've never talked to, but I just feel like, I don't know, it's something about this sun energy that's helping somebody to realize that there's so much more out there to see, experience, and do. We got the Hermit. I mean, not the Hermit, the Hierophant. The Hierophant, Major Arcana for Taurus. It says Bishop C.H. Mason. Not really 100% sure about him, but I believe he was a pastor. But his church was different. Something about the way his ministry was different. He incorporated, I want to say he incorporated Hoodoo tradition. But anyway, the Hierophant symbolizes spiritual lessons, tradition. Yeah, this is spiritual. Whatever is going on here with your perspective changing, it was definitely spiritual. I'm fine. Happy to see and hear you. Any Scorpion readers for today, or today we have something different? Yeah, I'm doing a collective reading today. It's collective today, so. But Somebody here could be a Leo, Taurus. What other energies I got out here? Sagittarius. Yeah, heavy Sagittarius. Um, why is the whip here? The whip. What is this? Because this could represent either internal conflict or conflict with others. Something about this situation, it feels like somebody here felt restricted or in bondage in some way. Whatever this conflict is. What is this? Are we going to be throwing cards everywhere? Oh, damn. That was the... What is this? Death. Death. Scorpio energy. There you go, Dan the Lake. Okay, the ancestors. Death and rebirth. Scorpion energy. Something's ended. You could be telling me that you put an ending to something. Whatever was conflicting your path, or whatever conflict, or I don't know. It feels like somebody here was restricted or in bondage. I don't know if you were fighting with other people or if other people just didn't understand you or what this is, but it created conflict. And with death coming out here, I feel like that shit's over. You put an ending to that. You're not conflicted. Other people might be conflicted with you, but you're not participating in conflicting back. Does that make sense? Oh, yeah. I'm on both platforms, TikTok and YouTube at the same time. So... yeah, so something has ended, but this is an opportunity for a new beginning. It's death and rebirth. So old things are, done away with, and new things are beginning. I feel like it's your beliefs. It's whatever, from the past, this one-sided energy or this one way of thinking or this one way of being type of energy. That's you've changed. We got the 5 of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, you ain't fighting with nobody. And I feel like you ain't fighting with nobody. The 5 of Swords in the reverse is, again, conflict. Somebody here could have tried to fight, with you. They want to push their agenda. They want to be right. This is winning at all costs in the upright, but in the reverse, there's no victory. Whatever this is, it wasn't able to defeat you, is what I'm trying to say. You say you called the card before it came out. Yeah, whatever was set up to oppress you, bind you, keep you stuck, keep you limited, I feel like it no longer has its same effect over your life anymore. What else? The 10 of Wands in the reverse. That's confirmation. 10 of Wands is oppression. Heavy weight. But it's in the reverse. So I feel like you dropped anything that has been weighing you down. Wow, yeah, there's the perspective again. The Hangman at the bottom of the deck. You've changed your perspective, collective. I mean, I don't know no other way to put this. You're free. I'm talking to somebody here, you feel free. And even if you're not physically free, mentally you are. There's no attachments here. Or you've recognized that whatever was supposed to be an attachment was really an illusion. There's nothing holding you back. Honestly, the only thing that can hold you back is you. That's what I'm saying. Why is the Clover here? Luck and favor, alignment. Somebody here is now in alignment with their higher self and with their truest purpose. And if that meant that you had to change, if that meant that you had to cut certain things out your life that was holding you back and keeping you in bondage, then that's what happened. That's what it is. Damn, I love this reading. Maybe I need to change the title. I need to change the title of this reading. Anyway, the King of Pentacles just came out in the reverse. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Somebody don't like this shit. Nope, I'm going to leave the title just like it is. Somebody don't like it. Whoever this person is, this King of Pentacles, they don't have to be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And this could be a woman in masculine energy. Put it however it resonates. Whoever this person is, they're greedy. They're greedy. They're selfish. They only look out for themselves. Point blank, period. This could be a father figure, or this could be the father of your children. This could be somebody that's very materialistic, very superficial. You know who they are. I just got the 7 of Cups. It says 7 of Baskets. This is illusions. Somebody here was pretending to be somebody they're not. You're welcome, love. Somebody here was pretending to be somebody that they're not. And I feel like the mask has come off. Because now that you have moved on, you've changed, I feel like it's pissing this person off. Because this person has some sort of other agenda for you. Other intentions for you. This is that whip energy. This is that person that was argumentative, or this is that person that was trying to keep you in bondage. Or this could represent people. It doesn't have to be one person. Put it however it resonates, fam. But you got luck and favor, and somebody don't like it. Somebody don't like it. What else? Oh, well. Oh, well. 4 of Pentacles. The 4 of Pentacles. You could be telling me that you've been saving your energy. I'm hearing saving all my love. That's Whitney Houston. Yeah, somebody here, you're saving something. You're keeping something close to the chest, or you're keeping something to yourself. It could just be your energy. I also feel like this person is very greedy, money hungry. They could be selfish, not wanting to share, not wanting to, I don't know how to put this, but like somebody here, they got the money, but they keep it. It's like, it's almost like not a hoarder. I don't want to say they're a hoarder, but they're just stingy. It's very hard to get a crumb from this person. It's very hard to get anything. They wanted me to be on disability, but I read the mental health professional, so they excuse me. Oh. Wow. Real quick, sidebar. When I was as a mental health tech, you know what I noticed? That some of the people, let me be clear about this. Some of the people, but majority of them, some of the people in that field, they special. They special, fam. Remember, I came in a different way. I didn't come in because I didn't even know what the hell mental health was. I'm like, what is that? I just needed a damn job. But baby, over time and watching the people that I work with, some of them people they be special. But anyway, I digress. Yeah, like squeezing water out of a rock. Yes. Anyway, this person is just really, really stingy. They want you to work hard for something. Or somebody here just has some real irrational expectations of other people. You notice? Yeah, last night we got the bear energy. And I'm going to show you the picture. Because it looks like this person, they look down on people. Like they really, really think highly of themselves. Look at this bear. See how he's perched atop a rock? I could just imagine the way that this person looks at other people compared to themselves. It's something about that that's just really arrogant. Really arrogant. I feel like this person's pissed off with you because you've gone quiet. You've silenced them, or you've disconnected any kind of connections with this person. And that makes the bear very angry. It's a very angry bear, okay? Yeah, there's a lot of mental health issues among mental health professionals. Hell yeah. Okay, another sidebar. So when I was deployed, I deployed in 2003. And I remember in 2003, this is when shit was getting, intense, right? So I'm over there and I'm scared and I'm naive and I'm brand new to the military and shit. And I'm in the sandbox. I'm in a whole nother country. I'm missing my family. I'm thousands of miles away from everything that I ever freaking knew. And when things started hitting the fan, I literally witnessed people who they had no survival skills. I mean, people were losing their mind. And it was like, calm the fuck down. What is wrong with you? Like, it was so interesting to be somebody who had no experience, no nothing, to be so stable in the midst of chaos. It was so interesting, fam. I mean, my leaders, people who had been in for years, people who had combat experience that I thought they did, they were freaking out. And I never forget the little girl, Annie, the little white girl. It was me and her. And me and Annie would just be having our own little sidebar conversations about it. Because we were like, what the fuck is wrong with people? Like, calm down. You're making it worse. Like, what the hell? It was interesting. It was what okay, so we had literally a psychiatric ward. It was a tent. It was a GP medium tent. And in this psychiatric ward, we had a ward master. And this ward master was an E8. He had been in for years. He had been in for years. As a matter of fact, he said when he get back, he was retiring. When I tell you that dude was tripping, he was fucking tripping. I was like, what? I remember he was taking an antidepressant, Prozac. Is Prozac? I think Prozac is an Anyway, he was taking Prozac, and I remember he had just got his prescription, and he sat down in the middle of that tent, that GP medium, and he poured out all of his Prozac. And we was all looking at him like, what the hell is he doing? And he was literally popping off the time lapse part. You know how some medications, they have like that time lapse where the medication will slowly get into your system? He was popping that shit off. He said, fuck that. He said, I need this to get in my system now. Shit like that, fam. And this was supposed to be leadership for me. And it was so, like I said, I could tell you stories. It was one girl, when shit started hitting the fan, we would have to put our equipment on, gas masks. We would have to fully get, donned up, because apparently there was weapons of mass destruction, right? If y'all remember 2003, we was worried that we was going to get attacked chemically, right? So every time there was an alert, we would have to put all of our equipment on. And we're in the middle of 125-degree weather every day. And so I remember one time, it was a day of put it on, take it off, put it on, take it off, alert after alert after alert, right? And so finally, I think she just snapped, and she just decided she wasn't going to take her shit off no more. And she stopped taking baths, and man, it's not funny, but looking back, when I tell you, it's just, I don't know. They ended up sending her home because she couldn't handle it, honey. She could not handle it. So, anywho, I digress. Back to the reading, fam. If y'all don't want me sharing my war stories, I won't. Y'all just let me know. But if this shit is interesting to you, like I said, I got plenty. Plenty. Anyway, the clover. So, again, I just feel like Whoever this person is that you were dealing with, they're very greedy, very selfish, very materialistic. Okay. All right. Bottom of the deck, we got the clouds. The clouds. Thank you. Thank you guys. All right. So there's confusion. There's illusions here. This person could be having a hard time trying to see what you got going on. I feel like this person really wants to know what you're doing. Are you seeing somebody else? Are you in a new relationship? Are you happy? And you are. You are happy. You're content. So this person's irritated because they can't see. What's this clouds energy? What is this? We got the Emperor. The Emperor just came out in the reverse. It says John Horse. This is the Emperor, major arcana for Aries. Yeah, this is exactly who we're talking about. This is that greedy, narcissistic, arrogant energy. The Emperor in reverse. This is somebody who is truly a leader. They are a very powerful person, but they abuse the power that they have. This is somebody who's very opportunistic. And this is the type of person that will use other people to get where they need to be with no problem. This is an abuse of power. Yeah, the bear is back. Yep. This is the bear. This is that bear energy that I was just talking about. Peace, everybody. I feel like I should share my stories because you know what? God allowed me to have these experiences to share. So I am. When I get the opportunities, I am going to share my damn story. Damn it. Because I went through a lot. That shit was no damn joke. That shit was no joke, fam. I know certain people that would not have been able to handle that shit. I know some people back at home that would have never been able to handle that shit that I went through with that. So, but anyway, the Emperor is here in the reverse. Yeah, this is the person that's pissed off because they can't see what you're doing. They have lost their ability to have control over you. I was telling my mom too, I was like, remember all them times I said I was going to get the fuck out? And she was like, yeah. I said that so many times and I never left. I kept on re-enlisting and I stayed. But when I hit 20, when I hit that 20-year mark, baby, that was like, that's all you gonna get. And I got out. I was like, I'm done. But once I hit a certain point, I was like, I'm going to finish. I'm going to get my pension and I'm going to finish. But yeah, it was, whew. I know my kids, my mom and dad, they got tired of hearing me complain. I mean, I was like, I'm getting the fuck out. I can't stand this shit. You know, it was stressful. It was definitely stressful. Okay, so we got the Three of Pentacles in the reverse. Three of Pentacles in the reverse is like, no matter what they do, this person's teaming up with other people. There's something about them teaming up with other people. Let's have more stories back too, so we all learn about each other more, for us, for our bonds. Exactly. Wow, I cut her off and she trying to constantly contact me through Instagram and got a big ego, very narcissistic. Yeah, but so I feel like whoever this person is, they so frustrated with the fact that they can't see what you got going on that they're teaming up with other people. Is this the type of person that's like asking other people about you? Or this person could be going to a practitioner getting readings, you know, getting readings to spy and see what all has been going on with you. But it's not working. The Three of Pentacles in the reverse is whatever they're doing to combine their efforts with others, it's not working. There's a lack of teamwork, team effort. Not even a practitioner can tell this person what you got going on. Your energy is protected, is cloaked. This person's access is cut off on a spiritual level. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Let me see. Here's the book for this deck. Let me just see real quick. I mean, I'm not doubting my thoughts, but I just want to see what this book say. I'm hungry. Yeah, it says negative. Excuse me. It says incompetence, missed opportunities, know it all, work-related problems, lack of skill. So they could be going to somebody here, and this practitioner don't know what they do. They don't know what they doing. Falling short, half-hearted effort, and poor work ethic. Something about this situation, it's like no matter what they're trying to do, it's not working. To figure out what you're doing, to spy on you or to keep tabs on you, it's just not working. It's not effective. Give me more for this. I'm still clarifying this clouds energy. This person's frustrated because they can't see you. They can't see what you got going on. They can't tap into your energy. They have no access. Access denied. I told you Spirit gave me the song The Bridge is Over by Boogie Down Productions. The bridge is over. The bridge, the connection between you and them, that's over. The Six of Wands in the reverse. Yeah. Six of Wands is victory. In the upright, this is a victory. It's in the reverse. This person's defeated. They feel defeated. They feel defeated. The bridge is over. The bridge is over. The bridge is over. The bridge is over. I'm telling you, Spirit gave me that song. It was so weird, so random. But I love how Spirit gives me songs. So why is the Emperor so mad? Why is the Emperor in reverse? Let's clarify deeper. Yeah. They're crashing out. We got the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups, and I got the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, they're trying to spy. This came out in the reading last night. This person's trying to spy on you. They're trying to see what you got going on. This is the same person that had this non-committal ass energy. This is the type of person that acted like you were just another option. This person could be trying to get the inside information because they want to know how they can come approach you. This is somebody that makes poor choices when it comes to love. This person has other options. They have other people that can entertain them. But for some reason, you know what I got last night? They're obsessed. This person's obsessed. We ain't seen the devil come out yet, but I'm picking up on somebody here. They are obsessed with your energy, collective. The bridge is over. The bridge is over. Y'all gotta listen to that song. It's a bop. It's a bop. Anyway, they're trying to spy. This is somebody that does divination, or they pull cards or they do something. This person could be heartbroken. They're sad, but I feel like they did it to themselves. Because somebody here, I don't know why I feel like somebody could have chose somebody over you, or they tried to make you feel like you were an option. They tried to make you feel like you was an option, collector. And they fucked around and found out. They fucked around and found out. Because you awaken. That's what I'm seeing with the sun. You got clarity. You awaken to your power. You had to remember how powerful you were. Like, I don't know, something like that. You've been through way too damn much for something like this to keep you bound. Does that make sense? The bridge is over. Yeah, this person, they have no control, no access. What about this Three of Pentacles in the reverse? Because I feel like they tried to team up with others, or I don't know. Like I said, y'all could have mutual friends. Maybe They're looking for that intel information from your mutual friends. Or maybe they do have somebody that's like a mole that's been reporting back to them on some shit. I don't know, fam, but it doesn't matter. It's not affecting anything. What is this Three of Pentacles in the reverse? It was blocked and mad. We got the Page of Swords. Yeah, being nosy. Being nosy. The Page of Swords. Y'all excuse me. This is like my second time using this deck. So if I'm moving slow with it, it's because I'm trying to figure out what this is. But this is anxiety. This is gossip. This person can't keep your name out their mouth. This is anxiety. There's something about them being chattery and gossiping and talking shit. Talking about you. Yeah, talking to this practitioner or talking to somebody about you because they're butthurt. Because they're mad. And it shows. These people that they're talking to could know that they're butthurt and mad. You walked away. There go the devil. There go the devil. Thank you, Lorianne. There go the devil right there. Miss Robinson. Now, I don't know why she the devil. I'm going to have to look her story up. It says Bristol's Funeral Home. I did at one point in time know the story about this, but I had to do my research, so I'm not going to speak on it because I don't want to say nothing wrong. But this is the devil. This person's obsessed. I told you. I told you. They cannot seem to let go or move on from you, collective. They do not like the fact that you have cut off everything. This is so interesting. 5 of Cups. This person could be feeling a lot of regret. This is disappointment. They could be talking about you, collective, and like trying to make it seem like some way, somehow, you was the one that did something to them. This person plays the victim. This person has victim mentality. It's never their fault. I got the 5 of Cups. Thank you for the gifts. It's never their fault. So they could be gossiping, talking about you to other people, trying to make it seem like, oh, woe is them. Whole time they was the bear. Aggressive as hell, arrogant as hell. What else? The 9 of Swords. In reality, this, damn, collective, what did you do to this person? I don't feel like you did it on purpose, but goodness gracious, when I tell you this person is paranoid, they are so worried about you. You said, damn grizzly bear. Hey, beautiful. Peace, T Angel. This person, look at this. The 9 of Swords in the reverse. This person is so worried about you. Like, that is all they think. It's obsession. It's obsession, fam. Interesting. Very, very interesting. We had the 6 of Wands or 6 of Sticks in the reverse. Remember how I said they're defeated? Why? Give me more on that. Yeah, you moved on. You definitely moved on. But what's this? Why do they feel so defeated? Why do they feel like whatever they was trying to do did not work and it is a problem? Yeah, because you don't care. I love the way this picture looks because I mean, when I tell you, you do not care. You are so over it. And you can see it written all over her face. You don't want nothing from this person. And they're stuck. And this has this person stuck. We got the Chariot Cancer energy in the reverse. The fact that you are ignoring this person, the fact that you're unbothered, you're unfazed, got them stuck. You could be telling me that you don't care what happens with this person. This person could be going through some hard times. They could have lost their car, lost their job. You don't care. Because you remember how this person treated you. Now, hold on. Let me backtrack on that. I'm not saying that you don't care. I feel like you care, but you don't have time to express that to anybody. Like, you're focused. You're focused on happiness. So you're not heartless. But at the same time, this is kind of like what happens when you treat people like shit. You said, we don't care. I'll try and be nice, collective. But I feel like they could be reaching out to you because they need your help. See this back? Hold on, let me show you. See how there's a basket here and there's a hand underneath? This person wants you to give to them. They need help, fam. They need your help. And you're just like, get somebody else to do it. Get somebody else to do it. You've had enough of their shenanigans. You've had enough of this bull crap with them. You already know what this is about. You said, don't give a fuck. Damn. Whew. This person could be wanting a handout from you. And even if it's not something tangible, they at least want your sympathy. This person's playing the victim. I swear this is somebody who just they don't know how to take accountability for the shit that they did and the consequences that they're now facing. That's what I'm saying. You said, don't care one bit. Child, listen. What's at the bottom of the deck? The Three of Swords. I told you this person is sad. They're heartbroken. Why? Because oh my God, look at the bottom of the deck. The Empress. They're sad because they lost their Empress. The big queen. The big queen. And it doesn't matter whether you're a man or a woman. Let me just reiterate that. Okay, Taurus, Libra energy. You do not have to be a Taurus or a Libra. You got some bomb-ass energy, fam. There's just something about you. You are so stable. You know, when things hit the fan, you might have had to, like, you know, heal, recover. But when you did, baby, you bounced back very nice. Or the big king. Yep. Wow. I love how this is coming out. Yeah, you found stability. You can handle your obstacles and whatever's going on in your life. You're no longer attached to their problems. So, you know, you've come out of this. See this wave in the background? That represents emotional turmoil and just, you know, you have found a way to stabilize yourself. Two of Pentacles. You found a way to stabilize yourself. Wow. What an interesting reading. Let's get some more. Thank you guys so much for being here. Don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the gifts, guys. Appreciate y'all. All right, let's get some more. This is just so interesting. Like, because I've been reading since 2019, and I have seen this story just change. It went from somebody here who just thought they was the shit. And I mean, they was running amok. They was out here just being so fucking narcissistic. You know, they had a bunch of bitches. They was just out here, and there was karmic energies that was coming against you because of them. You had all kind of people attacking you. Shit, hell, they still trying to attack you. To now, look how the tables have turned. Look how things have shifted. Isn't that interesting? It's so interesting to be a tarot reader and to just watch how things have just energetically change, the cards, how they come out differently over time. It's very interesting. Clear and concise message. This person wants you to have empathy for them. They miss how empathetic you would be to their circumstance. They know you would, if you cared, you would give them the compassion that they need. But no, you'd rather choose your peace. You'd rather stay in this peaceful place that you're in than to sit up here and come out of that to come stroke somebody else's ego. You ain't about to do that. You ain't about to, you know, gamble or take a risk like that. Hell no. You work too hard to get to this place, collective. You work too hard to find this peace that you got. Clear and concise message. Like I said, life might not be exactly where you want it to be, but you have no complaints. You have no real complaints. Restraint. Oh, excuse me, resistant. Somebody's at my door. Resistant. It says rebellious, defensive, and closed off. Yeah, somebody here was born in the year of the horse. This person was very defiant. You know how they say you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink? That's this person's energy. There was a time when they resisted this connection with you. They resisted committing to you. They resisted everything that seemed right and positive. They resisted that shit. This is somebody that still could be in that mindset. Just hard-headed, stubborn is what I'm getting. A very stubborn person, and not in a good way. Because, you know, I feel like sometimes stubbornness can be used for good reasons, but not this person. If it's not something that they like, or, you know, if it's not something that brings them happiness, or I don't know how to put this. I just feel like this is the type of person, they're very superficial, very materialistic. Okay, so they like the party and bullshit, drink, have sex, have different multiple affairs. Or this is the type of person that likes superficial ass attention. They like for people to praise them and think highly of them, you know. And I just feel like for some reason that boosts this person's ego. But if you're not able to do that for this person, you're just an option. You're just an option. Anyway, this person could be born in the year of the horse. They could be born in 1954, 1966, 1978, 1990. Very charismatic. And this is what helps them, right? Because they got this charm about them. There's something so charming. So people look up to that. People like it. People find this person to be exciting. What else? Confused just came out. You know what? You changing like this really has disoriented this person. They don't know how to, you know how a person can have a set way of doing things, but as soon as something new comes along or there's a change, it just discombobulates their whole way of being. Like now they just cannot have. I saw that a lot when I was in the military. Because things always changed, you know? But you could really see those individuals who can adapt to change versus those individuals who can't. Yeah, it really confuses them that you have found this happiness. Like, how the hell did you do this? How did you do this, collective? It goes back to the sun. The sun in the reading is literally this. Listen. You're content. I feel like I'm talking to somebody here. You're content. It's bringing a lot of shame. There's something about shame. It makes this person feel humiliated. They're not going to tell you this. They're not going to tell you that they're humiliated. They're not going to confess to that. But this is the way this person's feeling deep down inside. You are, listen, when I tell you you are content and you are grateful, like I said, it's the little things in life. It's the little things in life. Like, life doesn't have to be, I mean, life might not be where you really want it to be, but you ain't got no complaints. You can't tell me I ain't tapped into this damn energy right here, fam. You cannot tell me that I'm not reading the shit out of this energy. You are somebody who is content and happy, and it is creating confusion. Thank you for the gifts. Interesting. Fam, this person can't do nothing about it. Their hands are tied. Isn't that something? Didn't we see the whip? Yes. Remember how I said you broke free of some sort of conflict or bondage? Isn't it interesting now that this person kind of like is similarly in that type of energy now? Like their hands are tied? Interesting. What goes around comes around, fam. What goes around comes around. Ain't nothing they can do about it. Let's sit back and watch you. Because they watching. They watching. And they're discouraged. Watching and discouraged. Unable to affect your energy. Unable to... I feel like you ain't giving this person no time of day. They're defeated. I remember when I was learning how to ride a bike. Remember when you was learning how to ride a bike? For some of y'all, you got on the bike and you rode off. But for some of y'all, it took a couple of bust your ass moments before you... I don't know why I wanted to say that. It took a couple bust your ass moments before you got it. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Yeah, this person feels defeated. Okay? Yeah, look at this. Damn, collective. Oh my God. Oh my God. I could read right off the top of this. Oh my God. Okay, look. First of all, it makes this person feel, you know what this reminds me of? This reminds them of the times when they felt inadequate. There's something about them in their childhood. They had a parent or somebody here that really made them feel shameful or disgraced or humiliated. They've got some childhood wounds. You're triggering those. Not to say that you're doing this on purpose, but you are triggering. You are triggering this within this person. They thought they had repressed this. They thought they had tucked this way deep down into their psyche. You triggered this shit. It's a reason for this, though. It's a reason for the triggering. Yeah, this person could be embarrassed because they tried so hard. They talked so much shit about you. They laughed too early at your pain. They went off and they did spell work and they did dark magic on you. They did things to hurt you. Hurt people. Sometimes. Not everybody that's hurt does that. Now this person's embarrassed because everybody's looking at them like, well, the collective seems to be happy. The collective seems to be content. Fuck you mean? I thought you said that the collective wasn't going to be shit without you. I thought you said that the collective was going to fail without you. They're having to eat their words now. Look at this. Longing. All they do is think about you. It's got them stuck. They're stuck, fam. And I feel like spirit has them right where they need to be. Spirit has this person right where they need to be. Somebody here is in jail. Somebody's in jail. They have to reflect and they have to look at things. And then again, this person ain't going to confess this. They're not going to tell you this. I just want you to know. You probably already know. But I feel like this person feels so much guilt. They know what the hell they did. They know what they did. This person ain't stupid. But they're not going to tell you that. It's pride. Too much pride. Remember, we're talking about a bear. This person has a lot of ego. And they've been pretending to be somebody that they're not. So they have to keep that facade going, right? They have to make sure that everybody sees them a certain way. This person's, you know, even in a room full of other people, remember how I said this person's got other options? They got people here who look up to them. Even with all of those people around, this person still feels incomplete and lonely. They're never satisfied. Even with the superficial friends, even with the superficial company, they're still not satisfied. And I'm going to tell you what the problem is. The problem is that this person has never dealt with the reality of things. They have been suppressing this. They have been running. Remember, we have the horse here. It says resistant. They have not wanted to face anything. For some of them, they don't even, what is that? Face what? They don't even understand what that means. If you know anything about narcissism, true narcissism, is a personality disorder. We develop our personalities by the age of 12. This person is set in their ways. Not saying that this person is full-blown narcissistic, but if you know anything about narcissism, this is a part of their personality. This ain't something that's going to change overnight. Anyway, I feel like this person, they're never satisfied. And now that you're not in their life and they're obsessing over you, it makes them feel lonely. This person could be going through a dark night of the shadow. And I'm saying that because I feel like you're busy fulfilling your dreams. You're busy living life. You're not thinking about this situation. You're not focused on this situation. Thank you for the gifts. It isolates this person. They're sad. This is I told you this person was locked up. Somebody in jail. But this is the type of person that has been living with depression. You know how they say there's some people who are living alcoholics? They drink like there's no tomorrow, but they still go to work. They still pay their bills. They still make things happen. This is somebody here who, oh, you got to go. Get him up out of here. I was wondering when that idiot was going to show back up. Get him up out of here. He going to come back again. Anyway, this is the type of person that they've been surviving and thriving depressed. Hopelessness is a symptom of depression. It's just one. Yeah, functioning. Thank you, love. Functioning depressed person. You'll never see this. Or maybe you did. So listen, collective, I feel like you're the type of person, you got closer to this person on an emotional level than anybody ever has. This is another reason why this person feels like you are disrespecting them. This is another reason why this person feels like you're I told you he was going to come back. This is another reason why this person is so butthurt over this with you. Because you got closer than anybody ever has before. You've seen the soft side of this person. Somebody here, you know, I feel like spirit has sat this person down. Somebody here could be in jail. And I feel like It's for a reason. Because this person was out of damn control. Whoever this person was, they was doing way too much. Way too much. Thank you, Lorianne. Oops, sorry, y'all. I need to get another stand because this one is so unstable. But let me charge my phone up. Sorry about the wobbliness. They're stuck. And not only do I feel, okay, so if this person is not literally in jail, then they are definitely in, they're in this situation or a position where they have to reflect. Does that make sense? This person has to sit back and reflect. Something about their circumstances, spirit has slowed this person down. Thank you, Lorianne, because this person, that situation is just ridiculous. But anyway, yeah. It's time for this person to face their stuff. It's time for this person to deal with the consequences of the way that they act. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, collective. So we know what's going on with this person. Let's find out what's going on with you. Shall we? When it comes to my collective, because I see you guys being in a good place. I feel like you're content. I feel like, you know, like I said, life might not be where you want it to be, but you ain't got no complaints. You have, you're grateful. You're grateful for where you are right now. And I feel like you're able to enjoy the best things in life, which are free. Okay, so let's see. Let's use this oracle deck. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for your likes. Thank you for throwing them hearts up in the chat. Thank you for your positive comments. Thank you for the gifts. I appreciate each and every one of you guys who appreciate me back. We got Libra energy. Happy birthday to all the Libras celebrating. Clear and concise message. When it comes to the collective, what does the collective need to know? The wheel. Listen, like I said, things have shifted. Things have shifted. It says your luck is about to change. Didn't we get the clover? Didn't I say luck and favor? Your luck is about to change. There's unseen forces working for you, which will change your path of life. Told you. Somebody here is an Aquarius. You have Aquarius in your chart. You're not meant to follow the masses. Be different, be daring, and go against the play it safers. You're not meant to go with the masses. You're not meant to just conform. And I definitely feel like I'm talking to somebody here. You're a generational pattern breaker. I hate saying curse breaker. Because I mean, pattern breaker. You're a generational pattern breaker. You're not meant to continue the patterns of the past, especially the ones that are outdated, no longer working, no longer effective, don't make sense. Times have changed. Times are changing. I feel like that's part of your purpose. That's part of your destiny, is to make sure that you shift certain things within your family line. I feel it. I know it. Ashe. Heartbreak. If you don't transform your pain, you will transmit it to those around you. Acknowledge, heal, and grow. And I feel like that's exactly what you did. That's exactly what you're doing. You're healing your bloodline. That's part of your destiny. Your destiny was to come in and heal your bloodline. There's just certain things that, you know, in the past people did that you're just not conforming to. Capricorn energy. This wasn't no easy work. I feel like whoever I'm talking to, God chose you because God knew you was going to make it happen. Capricorn energy. Capricorns are known as the GOAT for a reason. It's going to get done. If a Capricorn say it's going to get done, it's going to get done, right? I feel like this has been, first of all, I feel like you're taking yourself seriously. You're taking your heart seriously. You're taking your gifts and your purpose seriously, okay? And I feel like this is about discipline. I'm talking to somebody here, you are really disciplined. You ain't playing. Somebody here is a Cancer, or you have Cancer in your chart. You're taking yourself seriously, collective. You're nurturing and loving on yourself. And you're giving love and nurturing energy to people who matter. People who reciprocate that love back to you. You were born to be a nurturer. And this is another reason why this person is so sick. Because your essence is nurturing. You're a healer. I'm talking to a healer. It says you're being encouraged to be the one who has understanding and a forgiving heart to achieve a positive outcome. That's your mission. And you were chosen for this mission because the Most High knew that you wouldn't exploit it. The Most High knew who to give this gift to. Now, you've been spending much of your lifetime giving it to the wrong people, which is cool. But now that you have awakened, not no more. Now I feel like I'm talking to somebody here who is doing things with intention. Thank you for the gifts. Definitely moving with intention. Because you're not for everybody. Everybody doesn't deserve your nurturing love. Not saying that you ain't a nurturer, because you are, but you just have to have boundaries. You have to. It's not an option. Because if you don't, this is what happens. You break your own heart. Right? When you don't have boundaries, when you don't protect your heart, people take advantage of it and leave you heartbroken. And I feel like that's the lesson that you learned. You're not for everybody. Stop giving your precious energy to any and everybody. They don't deserve it. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. And that's why you found this happiness. Because see, you have recognized that love don't come out from anything outside of you. Happiness doesn't come from anything outside of you. If you're not happy within, you're not going to find true happiness. It says you are entering a period of happiness and fulfillment in your life. Nothing will stand in the way. That's okay. You learn the hard way. The point is you learn. And we here now. And we here. And that's where this gratitude is coming from. That's where this gratefulness. Listen, fam, nobody gave you this. You worked towards this. You made this happen. You figured this out. You opened yourself up to other possibilities. You enacted your own justice. You were your own judge and jury. And the verdict's in. I'm just saying, somebody here is an Aries. You got Aries in your chart? You're a leader. You're a leader. There's nothing you can't do when you put your mind to it. And there's nobody that can really stop you. The only person that can really stop you is you. Because the reality of it, the gift of life is that you got freedom of choice. That's the gift. So I see you taking back control. I see you taking the lead of your life. You're being your own leader. You were always a leader. You led this person into obsession. You're leading this person into change. I want you to know how powerful your energy is and your purpose. The fact that you came so close to this person on an emotional level and you tapped into areas that this person thought that they could repress, you're helping this person to change. I mean, they have a choice too, but I just feel like you're that powerful. Look at what they doing. Look at all this foolishness they doing. They doing everything and anything but heal. But that's coming. It's coming. Well, the opportunity is coming. Like I said, people have free will of choice. They do whatever the hell they want to do. If this person want to stay toxic to the day they die, then hey. But I feel like you're providing a lot of experiences for this person to make that choice, to step into their healing. You're powerful, collective. I need you to know that, okay? You're that powerful. For what was it, a few months ago, I called you an activator. You're an activator. You remember the jerry curl? The jerry curl never really curled without the activator juice. You activate people. You had to have that activator for your curl to be popping. Hello? Who remembers that? I'm just saying. Okay. Anyway, Spirit has now empowered you to speak your truth. Spirit has now empowered you to speak your truth. There's nothing that should be holding you back from saying what it is that you need to say, because I feel like whatever it is that you're saying, first of all, is the truth. Somebody needs to hear it. Somebody needs to hear your story. And you don't need to be gatekeeping or holding anything in that anymore. You don't need to bottle up anything. You have no shame. Shame over what? You're a human being. You've had life experiences. I feel like nobody can shame you. Everything that you went through was necessary. Can't make me feel ashamed of my past. My past is what made me who I am now. What do you mean? I needed that. I needed those experiences. I needed that heartbreak. I needed those bullies in high school. I needed those individuals who didn't like me to show me their jealousy and their envy. I needed that. I needed to lose things and people in my life. I needed all of that. I needed to check myself. I needed to see my faults. So you can't make me feel ashamed. Isn't that why we all are here? To grow as soul beings? Okay. I think I grew beautifully, if you ask me. If I had it to do all over again, I'd do it the same way. I'm just saying. So yes, speak your truth. Tell your story. You could be inspired to write a book. You could be inspired to write a play. You could be inspired to start your own YouTube or TikTok or just explaining what you've been through, fam. Now is your time to walk in the energy of empowerment, because you've overcome everything. You've overcome everything, fam. It says, say what you're afraid to say. If you express what you've been hiding, it will give you the peace that you seek. You could be telling me that you already started doing this. And this is another reason why people are shocked and confused. When did you get your voice? When did your throat chakra activate? This is justice. This is justice. Justice is served. Like I said, things have shifted and things have turned in your favor. So a lot of people are shocked. A lot of people are just bewildered because they're just like, they thought they had you figured out. Excuse me, that was a confirmation burp. They had you figured out, collective. They thought you wasn't going to be nothing. They thought you would never go. Surprise, surprise. Fam. What else? Clear and concise message. You surprised the shit out of them. Shocked the shit out of them. They're like, oh, damn. You needed all of your experiences. This is wisdom. Wisdom. You got wisdom, fam. And can't nobody take it from you. Can't nobody take it from you. They the ones that helped you get here. By being the opposition in your life. They helped you. You should be telling them thank you. Thank you for all the bullshit. Because had it not been for that, I wouldn't be where I am now. Had it not been for all of that shit you put me through, I wouldn't be who I am today. So I thank you. Clear and concise message. You're not broken. You're not incomplete. Did you see the reading? Everything that I said, if anything, you are so solid within yourself. Impenetrable. Your beliefs are impenetrable. The way you view life cannot be skewed anymore. You cannot be fooled, duped. None of that. You've been through too much. So if these individuals are upset, pissed off, and mad at you, it was their fault. You left your ass alone. Listen. That's a Miss Rachel song. Clear and concise message. It's really that serious. Yes. Yep, you unstoppable. Again, I'm talking to somebody here. You're supposed to be telling your story. You're supposed to be telling it like it is, honey. You got a story to tell. Sit back, I got a story to tell. Who was that, Nas? Sit back, who was that said that? Was that Nas? Who was that said that? A rapper. I might be wrong about that. It was Nas. What's this? Tell it like it is. It was Biggie. It was somebody. All right, let's see. That's the wrong one. It might have been a couple of rappers that said that. But anyway. Okay, so the number 9 could be significant for someone. Either you were born in September or you're a life path 9. If you're a life path 9, because I'm a life path 9, baby, when I tell you life has been challenging, but you have adapted and overcome so easily. Like the way you adapt to chaos is something to see. This is another reason why you need to tell your story. If you are a life path 9, I know you have been through. That's the energy of the life path 9. Your life was designed to be challenging. Tell it like it is. Now is the time for you to tell it like it is without feeling guilty about your words. Just as long as you are not deliberately trying to hurt the other person. That's why I said the Creator knew who to give these gifts to. The Creator knew who to give certain situations to, because you never exploited it. You never exploited other people. You never did wrong to other people. This is why your story is so powerful, because a lot of it was innocent. You were done wrong. You were done so wrong. As long as you are not deliberately trying to hurt the other person, their emotional response is not your responsibility, especially if they have been making you feel depleted, anxious, or inferior. You aren't anyone's punching bag, whether they realize how they are impacting you or not. Tell them how you really feel about their words and actions towards you. There's something about you, like I said, you are being very intentional about you. You are being very serious about you, and you are not playing. Thank you for the gifts. You are not playing. Some of you, when you tell people how you really feel about them, they are so shocked. They had no idea you was feeling this way. It says, telling people what they want to hear instead of letting them know how you truly feel can be the easy way out when trying to avoid confrontation. This strategy may serve you for some time, but eventually the truth must come to light. This is especially the case for toxic relationships with friends, family, co-workers, or acquaintances. Feeling nervous every time you are surrounded by people who don't see you, feeling nervous every time you are surrounded by people who don't see you for who you are triggers an unnecessary stress response in your body. Let's talk about it. You have been living with fight or flight. You have been in fight or flight mode for far too long. Listen, that can rewire your nervous system. And you wonder why people are coming up with all of these diseases, autoimmune issues and shit like that. Because people have literally helped you to rewire your nervous system. Ask me how I know, fam. I just got through telling you I watched the war escalate. I watched anxiety turn into PTSD. I could tell you stories. You can rewire your nervous system by being in fight or flight constantly. It will fuck you up. This is another reason why you are not for everybody. This is another reason why you need to protect your energy. You don't got to go to war to have PTSD. It's trauma. It's trauma. Ongoing trauma. Fam, I know what I'm talking about. Listen. Hold on, fam. Let me plug up my other phone. Stop wobbling. Okay. Feeling nervous every time you are surrounded by people who don't see you for who you are triggers an unnecessary stress response in your body. This chemical reaction is far from healthy for you. Trying to keep inner peace then turns into a losing battle, as you also need to deal with the consequences of keeping all your feelings bottled up inside. Put a stop to an emotional blackmail and heaviness by summoning the courage to speak up and let others know how you really feel. Unblock your throat chakra and move back into balance. Fam, whose reading is this? Whose reading is this? I'm going to give y'all stories. I got you, Lorianne. I got plenty of them, honey. Listen, because I'm a positive person, July Rain. That's the way God made me. People have tried to make me out to be something that I'm not. But baby, if you know me, if you really knew me, you know I'm one of them people you don't let go of. I'm one of those people. If we become friends, we friends for life. And I got a very small circle. Very small circle. Because I know I'm not for everybody. And I'm glad that, you know, the Most High isolated me in more ways than one. I used to feel like, damn, why I always got to be alone? I was born an only child. Why I always got to be alone? There was a reason for that. And I'm grateful. I'm so grateful for the isolation, fam. I don't know what to say about that shit. Like, it has protected me. I don't give a damn about being alone. Matter of fact, I love my own company. It's a beautiful thing, child. I absolutely love it. They say the army is a lonely life. They ain't never lie. They never lied. I ain't mad. Very thankful. Very grateful. So, let's see. You got a story to tell, collective. You got a story to tell, and I also feel like you no longer have to bottle up your emotions or your feelings. There's nothing to be ashamed of. Nobody can make you feel shame. And the people that try to make you feel shame, their closet be full of some skeletons, honey. If only you knew what people really got going on with them. They be the ones that be projecting on you. They take the opportunity to somehow boost their own ego because they know what kind of skeletons they got up in their closet. Thank you. Hey, Queen Ash. Y'all got to follow my girl, Queen Ash. Follow her TikTok. Sis be over there praying for y'all and everything. Follow her page. Thank you for being here, love. Yeah, the way you have changed is so shocking. It's so shocking. People did not see this coming. People did not see this coming. They never thought you would amount to be who you are today. Never saw it coming. Clear and concise message. I don't know if I want to use this deck or not. What do I want to use? Hold on, collective. Let me see. I'll pick up the deck and see how I feel. Yeah, let's do this one. Excuse me. I feel like whoever I'm talking to, this is an opportunity for you to really, really rehabilitate yourself. This is an opportunity for you to recover. You're in deep recovery. You could be telling me that's what it feels like. You need it, fam. Your nervous system needs it. You know, this is why I said when I retired, I ain't going back to a damn 9 to 5. And I ain't, and I haven't. It's going on 3 years. I'm not doing it. I don't give a damn what the hell I got to do. I'm not doing it. Because I already know I'm going to get triggered. I'm going to have to figure something else out, but I cannot do it. That's just me. I had enough of people telling me what to wear, where to be, you know. Nah. Clear and concise message. Let's see, what else? You're a starseed. This card keeps coming up. Every time I get this deck, I get this starseed card. That's you, collective. You're a starseed. You're not from here, but you came here to help. Your soul is not from here, but you came here to help. Okay, starseed is back again. What about this starseed? What does the collective need to know? I'm telling you, you are a powerful individual. If this message is resonating with you, Very powerful. And it's time for you to embody that energy. It's time for you to know who you truly are. Because you are not the 1, the 2, or the 3. Okay? People better stop playing with you. People better stop playing with you. Fuck around and find out every time. Hold on, collective. Somebody here is 50. Somebody here is 50. All right, it says, what lights you up? Starseeds are souls with a double mission: to raise their own consciousness and the consciousness of the planet. They are old souls who have incarnated elsewhere beyond this planet. I told you wasn't from here. Many starseeds arrive with the feeling that time is running out and that there is something that they came here to do or create or contribute. If you pulled this card, it is to confirm that you are a starseed and you are being encouraged to answer the call, to follow what lights you up. Once awake, most starseed souls find it hard to have meaningless conversations, jobs, and relationships. Let me repeat that for the ones in the back that didn't hear that. Once awakened, most starseed souls find it hard to have meaningless conversations, jobs, and relationships. They innately know that there is much more to life and feel that there is something more and get to work. They remain restless until they step into their calling, which is to light up the world with their unique presence. And all you got to do is be yourself. That could be your purpose. I don't know why a lot of people think that a purpose has to be something big and huge and grand. What if I told you your purpose was just to be you? That's enough. You are enough. You're that impactful. You're an activator. Starseeds are scattered all over the planet. They're in hospitals and schools. They're in slums. They're in mansions. They're on stages and in editing suites. They're in the parks and in the nightclubs. Many starseeds spend parts of their lives trying to fit in or in some form of spiritual closet. If you are dimming your light to fit in, it is time that you stop and start embracing the unique light that you came here to shine, and treat your time on earth like a glorious vacation. What y'all talking about over here? Okay. Thank you guys for your positive comments. I'm reading the comments, but they're going kind of fast, especially over here on TikTok. Thank you guys so much for being here. I hope this message is bringing clarity and confirmation to whoever this is resonating with, because I need you to know how powerful you are. And I need you to know why everything is taking place and where you're headed. I need you to be confident in who you are. I need you to not allow people to shame you. I need you to know what's around you, be aware, and acknowledge your own growth. I need you to have gratitude. I need you to be thankful for everything that's happened to this point. And know that more is coming. There's something about wish fulfillment. Remember, the very first card that came out in this reading was the stork. You got something good coming. And it's time for you to believe wholeheartedly that you truly deserve this. Because you do. Who hating online? Online hate is real. Yeah. Online hate is real, but you know, I'm talking to somebody here. You know how to numb that shit. You've been through worse things than to have a complete stranger say something to you online and it affect you. It has no effect over somebody like you. You've been through way too much. and people really don't truly know you. A lot of times that online hate is a reflection. You're reflecting to somebody your confidence and your strength, and they don't like it and they attack it. That's all that is. But I want you to believe that something good is coming towards you, because it is. So this has been your message, collective. I have truly enjoyed bringing this message to you. I hope this message brought you clarity and confirmation, because that was my intention. I do offer personal readings. So if anybody's interested in a personal reading, you can go to my website, vibenationtarot.com. But yeah, thank you for the gifts. Thank you for the positive comments. Thank you for liking the video. Thank you for your subscriptions and your follows. Actually, TikTok, I'm gonna hang out here for a little while longer. TikTok, in case anybody wants to do readings, you can go to my bio and you can go ahead and get on the list for personal reading. I'm doing mini readings over here on TikTok. But with that being said, collective, thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Please be aware of the fake pages. Okay, if anybody is soliciting to you for readings, pretending to be me, just know that they're pretending, because that's not me. Okay, I never reach out to anyone for any reason. But anyway, y'all enjoy the rest of your day. Please be safe. Thank you, Lorianne, so much for being here. Thank you for moderating. Thank you for keeping the trolls out of my energy. I appreciate you so much. All right, take care, fam. I'm on TikTok, Vibe Nation Tarot. I have what is it, 28K followers or something like that. So I'm going to go live. I mean, not live, but I'm getting ready to do paid readings. All right, fam, take care. Peace.